Slowly going down. No! Just keep feeding little bits in. I'm out with a wood stove today and I'm looking for somewhere to set fire to him. It's a beautiful day. Bit of a pea souper. I'm not sure where the term pea soup comes from when you can't see anything because of the mist and the fog. I took the liberty of bringing my own wood. I didn't think there was any chance of being able to set fire to any of this. Just absolutely soaked through. There's a huge tree lying on the mud flat and I really want to go out and investigate. But there's no way I'm going to go out past all this because I'll only get myself into trouble. It looks stable enough, but then you'll get to a patch and start sinking down. And I'm not going to risk it. But there again, you only live once. See if I can get a bit closer. Safely closer, mind you. I don't want to get to the point where all of a sudden I start sinking. Oh. That's as far as I'm going. Starting to get a bit sticky now, but at least we're closer to the tree. I've only been stood here for a minute or so, and I can already see I'm sinking into the mud. Slowly going down. It's never a good idea to venture out too much into these mud flats because you're going to get in trouble. At least it's brought me a bit closer to the tree. It's impossible to get an idea of size when you're looking at him on a little camera. But trust me, he's got to be at least 20-25 metres long. It's one of those days when I wish I had a better camera to give you a full sense of how beautiful this looks with the mist settling on the woods and over the sea. Or maybe a drone to glide over everything and give you more of a sense of how it feels. As I don't have any of those, we'll have to make do with the little selfie stick I got. I'm heading up into this quiet corner that I know, away from everybody. It's so difficult to find somewhere to set fire to things. You can't go out in woodland and stuff like that really, not when it's privately owned. So by beaches are ideal. Just have a little burn up, as it were. Show you my little stove that I haven't got out for ages. And hopefully will be relatively undisturbed. I got a Bushbuddy Ultra out with me today. Something I haven't had out for ages and ages and ages. Like I said in my last video, I don't plan on going out and buying loads of stoves this year. I'm going to use what I've got and just enjoy them. I've got some wood, not much of it, it's a limited amount of wood. Billy can, a couple of bits to pieces to start him up. I'll show you that in a minute. No! Oh, for goodness sake. Went and ran down there. Why did I put my fire starter in something that's round? So we could roll down the hill. It's actually a lot warmer than I was expecting. I've had to take my gloves off. Bushbuddy Ultra. There's the little boy, handmade in Canada many years ago. Got some matches and a lighter in there. I like to bring 2 lighting sources, just so if one goes out, the other one's going to work. And now we get on to the magic tin. It's not jerk rub seasoning. Got some fire starters that I've made. Just going to use one. I'll use that one. It looks a bit nicer. Paraffin and jute twine. That's all it is. Paraffin wax. Paraffin wax and jute twine. That's all it is. I'm hoping he's sufficient to start my fire. If not, I've got plenty more. I looked on the website for Bushbuddy last night actually. And if you want one of these now, obviously the design's changed slightly. It's all a bit more refined. Rather than mine's all tacked together with bits of weld. The ones now that you can get $84 Canadian. Then of course you've got to get them shipped. And there's a waiting list. They don't actually have any at the moment. And to be honest, if you're after something like this and you live in Europe, there's much better options available. There's the solo stove. That's cheap enough. It's cheaper than this, and you certainly wouldn't have to pay any shipping for it. See how my homemade fire starter does. Like a little V shape he's gone into. Just realised I was filming away and I didn't have my overhead camera on, so you've got all that from the side. It made no sense at all. My little homemade fire starter, jute twine and paraffin wax. They work brilliantly well. They cost nothing to make. I did a little video on that if it's something you're interested in. The enjoyment of a little wood gas stove like this is just feeding little bits in. There's something about fire which is very primeval. Is primeval the proper word? It's very soothing. It's very caveman-like. It's very enjoyable. I've not got much in the way of wood, so I'm hoping that I've got enough. I wanted to prove today how little you actually need in a stove like this. I've already got my water measured out. There's enough for a cup, and also enough to warm my cup up because it's a reasonably chilly day. If you've got a wood stove like this, all you need to do is just keep feeding little bits in, and the heater build up, and then you get that wood gasification process going on. You've got a double wall on the can on the little stove. There's something really soothing about a real fire. Of course there's all the sooting to contend with, but that's what it is. That's the nature of the beast, as it were. Because the chamber's so small, you've got to keep feeding little pieces in, otherwise they'll go out. So you can't leave it. You can't walk off and think, that'll do, I filled it up. She'll come back and you'll have no heat, gone out. This is actually not my favourite wood gas stove. I've got a few others with bigger chambers, and I think they're much better simply because you can load them up and then walk away for a bit longer. With this one, you've got like, I don't know, 5 minutes tops, depending how much you put in there, obviously. Do you know, I think that was enough. I think I'll come to the boil with that. Let's have a little look inside. Oh yes. I'm having a cup of tea today. Let's warm the cup first. Cold day. Just got to warm that cup. It's gone out already. There'll be some constant heat coming out of that, some residual heat. That'll just keep him simmering away for a little bit. All the handle of this is cooled down already. A lot of people are put off by wood stoves because of the amount of soot that you get, and they think there's a lot of cleaning up to do. It's actually not that bad. You can either take a damp cloth and wipe it off, or you can use a couple of wet wipes. Wet wipes are absolutely brilliant. And just give them a good old wipe off everywhere. You get all that soot off. It's really not too bad at all. I don't think you'll ever get 100% of the soot off just wiping them over like this. But you'll get enough off to keep them clean and tidy. And I always keep something like this. I keep the stove inside of that. It protects the stove. These are very delicate. And then I've also got a bag for him as well. I just keep him in the bag, then any dirt goes in the bag. So what's that been? 2 wet wipes. And to be honest, he's good enough to go. All my rubbish then goes in one bag. And it's easy to put in the bin. You can see how well he's burnt down. There's nothing left in there really. I'll pop him out on the floor just to show you. A couple of bits of charcoal. And that's it. Really efficient. It's just a case of popping the lid on then, popping the top on, putting him away in the bag with me lighters that I had. One of the things I really like about the little wood gas stoves is their efficiency. I've used hardly any wood at all. I absolutely love using little stoves like this, but they're not everybody's thing. Some people think they're a bit messy. They need a bit of care and attention to keep the fire going. And especially with this Bushbuddy Ultra, he's very delicate. So that when you finished using him, or when you're using him, you've got to be careful because he's easily damaged. But apart from that, he's a little gem. If you've enjoyed this little outing, oh, can you see the mist? If you've enjoyed this little outing and you want to see a few more stoves out and about, say hi in the comments.